Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo confirmed departure from acting to focus on family. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left fans across the world gasping in disbelief, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo have officially confirmed their departure from acting to focus entirely on building their family and living a quieter life away from the camera flashes and drama of showbiz. The couple, who recently reconciled after a turbulent chapter filled with headlines, have taken what many are calling the most unexpected and emotional step of their lives. The confirmation came through a heartfelt video posted on their shared social media account, a page that had remained mysteriously inactive for weeks. The video opened with soft piano music playing in the background as Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo walked hand in hand through a garden surrounded by cherry blossoms in full bloom. The scene looked like something out of a fairy tale drama, but this was real. Both wore simple white outfits, their faces bare of makeup or styling. They looked like any couple in love, but to millions watching, they were stars stepping away from the heavens. Lee Min-ho began speaking first, his voice calm yet full of emotion. He looked directly at the camera as he said that the past few months had changed everything for them. That they had come to understand what truly mattered. And then came the words that made headlines around the world. He said they would be stepping away from acting indefinitely. Song Hye Kyo nodded beside him, tears filling her eyes as she added that this decision came from a place of peace and love. She said they wanted to live without scripts and directors for once. They wanted to write their own story from now on. Within minutes, the video went viral. Fans across Asia, Europe, and even Hollywood flooded the internet with reactions ranging from heartbreak to pure joy. Some posted clips of their favorite scenes from the stars' dramas. Others wrote letters thanking them for years of incredible performances. But the biggest question on everyone's minds was what led to this monumental decision. Sources close to the couple have revealed that it all began with a trip to Jeju Island just a few weeks earlier. What was meant to be a short getaway turned into something deeply transformative. Far from the flashing cameras and the gossip magazines, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo were seen riding bicycles down quiet coastal roads, cooking meals together in a private cottage, and even adopting a stray puppy they found by a lighthouse. Locals reported that the couple seemed happier than they had ever been. Strangers who met them described the two as glowing, content, and entirely present in the moment. One night on that island, surrounded by candles and the sound of waves crashing in the distance, the couple reportedly made the decision that would change their lives forever. They sat under the stars for hours talking about the years they had spent chasing fame, about the roles they had played, and the masks they had worn. Lee Min-ho, according to a close friend, confessed that while acting had brought him immense joy, it had also robbed him of peace. Song Hye Kyo added that she wanted to be more than the characters she portrayed. She wanted to be a wife, a mother, a woman who lived a life that was real and unscripted. The next morning, they called their management teams. The news, even internally, stunned their staff. Meetings were called, schedules were cleared, and several brand deals were put on hold. But despite the chaos behind the scenes, both stars remained calm. They had made up their minds. They were choosing love, simplicity, and family over the red carpet. Not long after their return from Jeju, the couple moved into a luxurious but secluded countryside home just outside of Seoul. Nestled between forests and mountains, the property is said to be a sanctuary. A place where they can grow their own vegetables, walk their dog freely, and raise the child they are now rumored to be expecting. Yes, fans have started speculating about a possible pregnancy after Song Hye Kyo was spotted wearing loose clothing and holding her belly during a recent outing. Neither star has confirmed this, but the smiles on their faces seem to say more than any statement could. Their home, according to insiders, is designed with nature in mind. Floor-to-ceiling windows open out to views of wildflower fields. A large wooden swing hangs from an old oak tree where Lee Min-ho was recently seen reading to Song Hye Kyo while she rested her head on his shoulder. They now spend their mornings sipping tea on the porch, and their nights watching stars through a telescope gifted to them by a fan. Their lives have become the very romance that screenwriters dream of. Meanwhile, the industry is still reeling. Producers have been left scrambling to fill casting gaps in upcoming dramas. Advertisers are mourning the loss of two of their most bankable faces. But even with the financial impact their absence will have, there is an overwhelming wave of support from fans and fellow actors. Kim So-hyun posted a message saying he respected their choice and hoped they would find lasting happiness. Park Shin-hye sent them a bouquet of wildflowers with a note that simply read, "You deserve this peace." In a recent interview, the director who worked with them on a past film recalled how both Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo often stayed behind after shooting to talk about life and meaning. He said they were always searching for something deeper. He is not surprised that they found it in each other and in the life they are now building together. As for fans, many have organized tribute events in different cities. In Tokyo, a public park played scenes from their most iconic dramas on a giant screen while fans lit candles and shared messages of gratitude. In Manila, fans released lanterns into the night sky. In Seoul, a mural is being painted of the couple beneath the words, "Thank you for everything." Their final public appearance was equally unforgettable. The couple attended a charity event for children's education, walking in quietly and sitting at the back of the room. But once the audience noticed them, the room erupted into applause. They stood and bowed deeply. No speeches were made, no interviews given. They simply smiled, waved, and left holding hands. That image is now framed in hundreds of fan homes around the world. The departure of Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo marks the end of an era. Two stars who redefined Korean drama, who inspired generations, who made people believe in love, have chosen to walk away from the spotlight. But in doing so, they have become even more iconic. They have written the final chapter of their acting journey with grace, mystery, and unforgettable beauty. And now, somewhere between the mountains and the sea, under the soft glow of morning light, they are beginning a new story. One with no cameras, no scripts, and no audience. Just love. Just life. Just them. Would you like a part 2 that shows what happens months later when an unexpected letter from Hollywood arrives at their door? The secret that could not stay hidden, Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo's private project leaked and the world is losing its mind. For months, the world thought Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo had vanished into a life of peace and privacy. Whispers of a secret film circled quietly in elite corners of Hollywood, but nothing concrete had surfaced until now. At exactly 2:14 p.m. on a quiet Tuesday, the internet broke. A 30-second teaser video was mysteriously uploaded to a private Vimeo account. Within minutes, fans discovered it. Within hours, it had been downloaded, copied, and spread across every platform imaginable. And what was in that teaser left millions speechless. No title. No logo. No explanation. Just Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo sitting barefoot on their porch, looking out over a misty field. Lee Min-ho speaks first. "We left because we needed to remember who we were. And we came back because we wanted to show you who we became." Song Hye Kyo turns to him, takes his hand, and smiles softly. Then the screen fades to black. One final sentence appears. "This is not fiction. This is us." And that was all it took. The video was real. The rumors were true. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo were coming back not as characters, but as themselves. Panic and excitement erupted across the globe. Twitter turned into a frenzy. Hashtags exploded. YouTube channels began live streaming reactions. TikTok creators analyzed every frame. And reporters. They scrambled like never before. For the first time in years, no one knew where the stars were. They had vanished again. But now, the world was searching. The couple, meanwhile, had no idea what was happening at first. They were in the middle of filming a quiet lakeside scene when their director received a call and went pale. He stepped away for a moment, then returned with the news. Someone had leaked the teaser. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo froze. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Song Hye Kyo asked calmly, "Is it out of our hands now?" The director simply nodded. Lee Min-ho let out a breath and said something no one expected. "Then maybe it's time the world saw it all." And just like that, the most anticipated film of the decade, the one no one even knew existed a day before, went into full motion. The studio, realizing the momentum was unstoppable, released an official statement. "This is not a movie. This is a revelation. A real-life love story told by the people who lived it. The announcement was followed by a bombshell. The film would premiere in 1 month on a global streaming platform with a synchronized release in over 40 countries. It would have no red carpet, no press conference, no celebrity guests. Just a story. Told by two of the biggest stars Asia has ever known. Behind the scenes, footage was quickly edited. New clips were prepared for trailers. And in a matter of days, the full promotional machine had activated, but this time, it was not a PR team pushing it. It was the fans. The viewers. The world. Clips began to surface of Song Hye Kyo brushing Lee Min-ho's hair back as he rested on a park bench. Of Lee Min-ho softly kissing her forehead as they folded baby clothes together. Of them reading old fan letters, tears streaming down their faces as they reflected on what their careers had meant to others. But the most emotional moment. A brief, silent shot of an ultrasound photo resting on their fireplace. The world gasped. They weren't just telling their story. They were preparing to welcome a new chapter and a new life. The internet could not handle it. Celebrities from all over began posting their support. Hyun Bin wrote, "This is the bravest project I've ever seen." IU shared the teaser with the caption, "Real love looks like this." Even international stars like Zendaya and Timothée Chalamet reposted the clip with hearts and flame emojis. The anticipation reached a boiling point. A premiere date was announced, September 17th. The world circled it in red. Netflix servers prepared for record-breaking viewership. And then came the shocker of all shockers. A special message from Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo themselves, released just days before the film's drop. No fancy editing. No lighting. Just the two of them sitting at their kitchen table, cups of tea in front of them. Lee Min-ho said, "This film is not perfect. Neither are we. But it's honest. And we hope you'll see yourselves in it." Song Hye Kyo added, "Thank you for letting us disappear. Now, thank you for letting us return." The video ended with them smiling at each other in the kind of way no acting can fake. It was love. Real love. And now, the world waits. One film. Two hearts. A million stories woven into one unforgettable truth. Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo were never gone. They were just getting ready for the biggest role of their lives. And soon, everyone will see it.